Stay a while and listen.
Hello, welcome to the Freak Show. Bumpy McSquigums here. I want to thank you all for joining me as I continue with the Heroes Chronicles series, or as I start up my coverage of Heroes Chronicles Masters of the Elements. It's basically chapter 3, and I believe it's an 8-chapter, 10-chapter, something like that. Little series that's going on. So this is the third game in the sequence. We've already played through the first, which was Warlords of the Wasteland. The second one was Conquest of the Underworld, and now we're doing Masters of the Elements. And yeah, we're going to hop in and we're going to begin here in just a hot second. But before we do that, let's watch the opening cinematic.
The Elemental Lords, masters of air, earth, water, and fire, were free to tear the world apart now that a 10,000-year truce had come to an end. Only one with a powerful command over magic could stand a chance against them. So why did the ancestors call on a barbarian who hates magic to save us all?
Alright, with that, that's basically what happens when you launch the game. The very first time you get to see that opening cinematic. And now, we are going to go to play. And here we are. The trouble with magic. Tarnum must face down his own prejudice against magic and become a wizard if he has any chance of saving the world from the destructive elemental lords. The trouble with magic, the scenario description is that Tarnum must defeat the Conflux town to gain the knowledge he needs to confront the elemental lords. If Tarnum loses any battle, his cause is lost. Tarnum will be limited to level 8, but he and his two best captains will carry over to the next scenario. Alright, so in the first game I think we went slightly harder, and then the second game we went to the secondary harder difficulty, I think. And now we're going to actually try it on the hardest difficulty, because these games are notoriously easier than the base HOMM 3 game. So hopefully I'm not biting off more than I can chew. We will find out if that is indeed the case. But let's begin. We can either start with 10 Gargoyle of the Obsidian variety, or we can go with 1 Spell Power. I'm going to go with Spell Power. Just a flat stat upgrade at the very start of the game. You can't beat that.
The ancestors swept Tarnum away to a distant tower, where sorcery was part of everyday life. He now wore the robes of a wizard, and was expected to lead these creatures of magic against the elemental lords.
Well, that sounds like a rough time. So again, if you guys are just checking this out for the first time, I would implore you, that's the word. I would employ you too if I had a lot of money and I could, you could do things for me. But instead of that, we're going to implore you, sorry, I implore you to go back and watch the first 2 in the series, because this is an ongoing storyline. So while HOMM 3 had a very loose storyline, there was story there. This is much more story focused, and I would again advise checking out Warlords of the Wasteland first, and then Conquest of the Underworld before you hop in and watch this. If you don't care about any of that stuff, just watch this and enjoy and have some fun. It's basically the HOMM 3 engine with a more story-driven campaign. So here we are. I was fishing on a still lake when the ancestors appeared before me, their ghostly forms hovering just above the water. "Tarnum," they said in unison, "this is the most important task we have ever set before you." As they magically transported me to a distant tower, they explained that when the world was created, the gods forced the elemental lords into a 10,000-year truce. Sadly, 10,000 years have passed, and the violent, selfish elemental lords plan to separate all the elements, thus destroying the entire world. No wonder the ancients seemed so urgent. The elemental lords were coming to our world to destroy it. But what if I didn't wait for them? What if I took the battle to them, to the elemental planes where they reside? They certainly wouldn't expect such an assault. Unfortunately, the only way to reach the elemental planes is through a conflux town. And the only one remains in this world. Okay, so here we are. We're starting off. Now, I've had a tremendous amount of problems and struggles and issues with getting these games to record on my recording software. And I'm fairly certain that I had it all working before, and yet when I tried to get this working, it didn't work. Anyway, so long story short, I spent about 45 minutes yesterday getting it to where I can finally record this. So if there's any weird stuff, I won't really know about it until we record an episode or two. So, just kind of throwing that out there for you. Alright, so we have literally no We have nothing. So we should probably start getting something. Alright, so there's Tarnum. He's just chilling. He looks a little bit funny, I'm not gonna lie. The elemental lord of air enslaved this group of gremlins long ago. They cheer as you walk among them, cutting the ball and chains attached to their ankles. As one, the gremlins throw down the saws and pick up their former shackles. As exciting as working at the sawmill was, one of them says, I think we'd rather be fighting the elemental lords. Would you mind if we came along too? I would not. Please, do join me. That's awesome. Alright, so we got some Gremmy boys joining us. I'm gonna hop on down here, gather up some cash monies. I'm gonna go pretty heavy with the money early on. Alright, now Rissa. Come over here and we're gonna grab up this. It's 500 gold, we're gonna snag that, and then we're gonna come over here and be like, hey, other gremlin people. You sit down among the gremlin miners and tell them of your fight against the elemental lords, and of your need for troops. Their leader nods and says the evil elemental lords have no place in this world anymore. And if they really intend on destroying it just to spite everyone, well, we're not going to let them. Will you accept our help? I will. I do. Master Gremlins all around. Alright, so we're feeling pretty good with ourselves right now. We've accomplished quite a bit, and we even got enough resources to build up our very first building, which just so happens to be a workshop. Alright, so that is done. Rissa actually even has a little bit more she can offer. I am going to probably have her meet up with Tarnum, and then give him the troops, and then have him battle the lords of the air elemental, or sorry, the lots of the air elementals. Yeah, that's it. The king of Brakara, Gavin Magnus, has given me the use of his troops to battle the elemental lords. How the ancestors arranged this, I do not know. As helpful as King Magnus seems, he also sent a representative named Bar Solar to make sure someone protects the interests of the kingdom. From the first moment we met, Bar Solar has been trying to tell me what to do. He's more annoying than any person I have met, and a wizard as well. 2 reasons for me to hate him. Personally, I think the twit needs to be pushed off the nearest cliff. Unfortunately, I would only end up with more problems if the third cousin of the king disappeared. Would you, though? I feel like that's actually not a problem. I think you're fine. You should do that. Do that now. Shove him off the... What are these? Oh yeah, that's right. We have a new unit that I don't think was in HOMM 3, unless maybe one of the expansions. The Enchanters. It might be only for this this expansion here. Or not expansion, I'm sorry. This, I don't know what to call this, to be honest. This side project, I guess, kind of? That's not inaccurate. Are these guys different? Stone and Obsidian. Oh, they are different. Okay. Alright, so we have ourselves a fair few troops. We're ready to go and do battle with the air elementals of doom. And hopefully it all works out. I feel like we're going to be okay. But I think getting gold going our way pretty early on is probably a good idea. Lord Tarnum, Bar Solar, my assistant, addressed me. I would suggest that we get rid of those pesky air elementals and take that gold mine. You do know how expensive those enchanters are, don't you? I have to sit on my hand to keep from punching the little man's nose in. Yeah, no, I was totally not already going to do that, friend. Thanks. The Air Lord knew you would come for this gold, mortal. Our superiority is obvious, so surrender now, or die. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. Either one of those, in fact. Neither one. Not gonna happen. I'm gonna wait. He casts, apparently he has group spells that he casts just randomly at the start of combat, maybe? Gonna hit you with some knowledge. Gonna hit you with some more knowledge. And then just gonna defend. I feel like the Obsidian Guards have got this. Bloop! Almost. Not quite completely. Alright, so problem, Tarnum doesn't have a spell book. Oh good, they attacked the weaker ones. I'm very happy about that, actually. You can kill them off, I don't mind. Well, I suppose I'll bonk you with this, and then you're dead. Alright, so we lost a few. Not that big of a deal. Alright, 7-1. Yep, cool. Alright, and we have this now. And we have this. And I suppose we're going to be heading back over this way. We can build up probably the parapet. That would be my guess. We can't build a mage guild, which is kind of poopy. Alright, fine. Parapet it is. Alright, we'll end our turn. Sitting at the table in my tent, I shake my head and chuckle as an assistant tries to explain the elemental planes to me. Please listen, sir, the mage says. We have evidence to support this information, first-hand accounts of these alternate planes. But an entire world made only of fire? That's not possible, I say. Sir, in the elemental planes, the rules of our world do not apply. In the elemental planes, you can walk on clouds, and entire landscapes can be made only of fire. That's why no one has dared to take an army into these lands. Well, possible or not, I will be the first, I say boldly. I may have to use magic, but I can still fight like a true barbarian. There is no reason to sit around and wait for these elemental lords to come to me. I'll take the battle to them and end it before they get a chance to harm this world. Well, I mean, I guess if you're into that sort of thing, probably. You know, seems legit, maybe. I would like to recruit some Grimmies. What do we have here? Nope, that's not gonna happen. You come across something half buried in the snow. It's a large pendant pulsating with magic. At first, you were repulsed, but then you decide it might be worth something, magic or not. But as you bend to pick it up, the snow moves and the ice elementals rise from the ground. Soon you realize that the entire ground in this area conceals nothing but a pack of these creatures. Do you wish to fight the ice elementals and take the pendant? Nah, I'm good. Maybe later. Maybe later. Alright, we're going to go back over here to our town. And we can't afford the golem factory because we don't have enough stone yet. However, we could do a few things still. Like the marketplace, for instance. Pretty good idea. We're going to do that. We're going to go over here and we are going to gather up all of our troops that we do have available to us. And with all the money that we have. Yeah, that's enough. Alright, cool. So we got these guys. We got these guys, and we got these guys. And no, these are not the same people. As I'm sure any true HOMM fan would know. An insane archmage runs out to the tree line, screaming, "It's mine! It's mine! You can't have my treasure!" You have no idea what he's talking about, nor do you think you'll be able to avoid a fight. This sucks. He's gonna hit me. Oh, maybe he's not. Boop! He dead. Cool. Alright. We got 5 Crizzle. Cool. Cool. I'm all about them 5 Crizzles. I don't know what I should be doing at this point. Is there a mage guild here? No, there is not. Okay. Well, that kind of sucks. Well, it is what it is. Can't always use magic for earthing, even though that's literally what we're here for. To use magic for earthing. You know, I'm gonna go take this guy on. A chill wind cuts through your clothing. Then you see the air itself take shape. Air elementals! Not only are they prepared to attack, but the icy wind kicked up by their presence is starting to give you frostbite. One of them approaches and shouts, "By the Air Lord's command, you shall not possess this gem pond." They attack. Really? You gonna fight me over some gems? Why is my voice so high? I don't know. I'm just gonna wait it out. I'm just gonna spam wait across the board, and then it's not gonna work. And then we're gonna lob out some stuffs. Pew pew! There it is. You know what? I'm willing to do this. Go ahead, hit me back. Blast him with some pain, and finish him off with an insane attack. There it is. I don't mind losing 3 of those dudes. Alright, basic mysticism, isn't that the... Oh, that lets us regenerate mana. Huh, sorry, I'm not sure if I want that. I think I do? I think I want that. Yeah, I think I... Yeah. Well, got news for you. Your gem pond is now my gem pond, and you did nothing to stop me. You tried. You certainly tried, but you did nothing. Alright, I think we're going to come over here with her and get those items. I have been told that if I plan to fight the elemental lords, that I must use magic. No wonder the ancestors brought me to this tower, the home of creatures born with magic in their blood. Magic is all around me, making the little hairs on the back of my neck stand on end. Even after all these years apart from my culture, I am still a barbarian deep inside. I distrust magic and anyone who uses it. Give me a sword, any weapon, and let me face my enemy in combat. That's admirable, you know? It's admirable. I'll hook that up. Grab some gems, and yeah, we'll recruit some more Gremmies. Okay, what are we doing here? I think I'm just going to upgrade the workshop because there's no reason not to. I mean, getting the ranged abilities of our tier 1 units is you know, a godsend. You come across something half buried in the snow. Yeah, we already did this. Ice elementals. I don't much care for how this is probably going to work out, but we're going to give it our best shot. Alright, the Parapet of Doom. Let you guys get moving. I'm going to smack you. How is it that you can fly further than he can? Oh, because you hit us with haste, didn't you? Yes. You hit us with haste. Oh, that's so unfortunate. Alright, I'm just going to chill next to you. And then you, I'm going to try to smack. I didn't do much, unfortunately. Let's try to hit him again. What if we go there? Yep. That's cool. That worked out about as well as I was expecting. Alright, decent? Decent. Alright, and put you down. Probably here? Love the battle music from this game. Alright, the Pendant of Second Sight. Victorious, you seize your prize. Immune to the blind spell. Perfect. I mean, I can only assume it's perfect. I assume at some point we're going to come across someone who has the blind spell, and then that's going to be like, oh, look at me, I'm immune. Day 6. God, this game is so much better than HOMM 1. Oh. Sorry. I really struggled to get through HOMM 1. It's bad. It's not a good game. But that's okay. We're going to go ahead and we're going to do that. And I guess probably meet up and drop off some troops. Alright, I need you to go meet with him. Come over here. Just drop yourself one. Yeah, there we go. Of course, that's how that worked out, even though it shouldn't have. Good job, Rissa. Get into yeah, you're fine. Alright, into the old townula. And I suppose I could upgrade you. Would like to upgrade the other Gargies, but the Gargies are not the easiest things to upgrade. Because we need more stone. We'll be able to do it next time around, probably. But chances are, next time around, what we're going to end up doing is getting the Citadel. Just being a realist here. Bar Salar has been droning on for the better part of an hour about the intricacies of golem construction while I've been daydreaming of a golem falling on top of the scrawny wizard, crushing the life out of him. Then Bar Salar stopped talking. I turned toward him. He was waiting for something. He must have asked me a question. What? I said around a yawn. I said, Bar Salar dragged out the words, it would be beneficial to hire one of those lazy heroes from the tavern to visit the gremlin workshops and parapets and other creature dwellings once a week. They could collect the taxes from the water wheel and windmill as well. Sure, sounds like a good idea, I said. I quickly pointed toward our right and said, look, a rabbit. Bar Salar looked and then frowned as he realized there wasn't a rabbit. That's weird. It's a little bit weird. It's fine. Citadel time. Give it to me. Yeah. Alright, unfortunately, there is a downside to this. I'm not going to be able to get my upgraded stuff until next week. I'm just going to chill there. You're going to do all the running around. It's going to be fine. Yeah. I know. It is a new week. It is the week of the penguin. I don't know, the mongoose. That's actually what I was going to say. It was the week of the mongoose. Ironically, it was the week of the mongoose, which is fantastic. Alright, come on. Get down there. Alright, you can gather up the stuff from the miller. One of the natives of this region approaches your army. You can barely see his face from behind the bundles of clothing he wears to fight off the chill. Sir, I hear that you are the one who plans to battle the elemental lords. Seems to me you're crazy to take on such a task, but then who am I to question you? Anyway, I wanted to warn you that this valley is often visited by air elementals, and you never see them until they attack. Beware. Yeah, I get that. The wind kicks up, blasting down from the mountainside, practically throwing you out of the saddle. Sensing this is no ordinary breeze, you order your troops to prepare for combat, and just as you suspected, lots of air elementals swoop down out of the sky to attack. That is a fair few of them. Alright, we gonna wait. Ooh, we're hasted. I like that. Gonna wait. Probably gonna put you up here. Gonna wait. Probably gonna roll you out up here too. Alright, so let's smack you. Bloop! Dead. Gonna obliterate you. Gone. I think I take you out too. Not quite. We'll try it again. You're done. No. Done. Alright. Easy enough. Do I want air magic? Yeah, I do. I want air magic. Yeah. Okay, ransacking an enemy camp, you discover a hidden cache of treasure, 500 gold and 5 GMs. And a pack of stone gargoyles. You guys gonna join me? Gargoyles! If it were up to me, I wouldn't even have them in my army. These unnatural freaks make my skin crawl. They aren't truly alive, but stone enchanted with life. Their eyes don't blink. They don't eat or breathe. Yet they follow orders and stay close to their master like dogs. Oh, well. After insulting them, they join you. How do you feel right now? Pretty lousy, am I right? Come on, man. Aim higher. Let's take a peek at what's going on around us here. And now we have vision. I actually have like 75% of the map. It's pretty good. There's a little fire boy over here. I feel like we could take him. Oh, there's another dude right there, too. Oh, we can absolutely take it. And Grindan. What kind of name is that? I'm kidding. Shout out to all my Grindans out there. Well, I don't suppose... This morning I left while it was still dark. Or it was still dark to explore the immediate area. Sorry, I thought it was still too dark to explore. Anyway, perhaps it was foolish, but dealing with all this magic makes my head feel like it's been split open with an axe. Just the chance to ride alone in the wild made me feel better. Then I was attacked. The air elementals came out of nowhere and picked me up from my horse. I tried to use my staff on them, but it was useless. While the elementals were completely surrounded by their element, air, they carried me up above the clouds themselves, taunting me all the way. Then they let me go. Oh boy, it seemed like I fell for an eternity, straight toward the solid ground below. I tried to prepare myself for the pain, and then something took hold of me from behind. At first I thought it was the elementals, back to taunt me again, but when I turned around I saw one of my assistants, the Gargoyle Master. The small man was flying through the air with the help of magic, and he set me down without injury. I lowered my head, shamed that I had been saved by magic. Yeah, well... It's gonna happen, friend. Let's go visit that. 1,000 monies. Let's go pick up some stuff over there. This is a spell book. I gotta fight these things, don't I? Parapet. Oh, I don't technically have to. I kind of want to. I'm going to. So far, we have underestimated you, but we've figured out how to tell if you're coming. You'll regret the day you made us your enemy. Well, I mean, I'm clearly visible on the map. It shouldn't be that hard to figure out when I'm coming. Alright. Going to wait. Oh, you're going to hit us up with some iron skin or stone skin? That's fine. Alright. I guess I'll smack you as well. Can we take you all the way out? Not quite. They are not really bringing much to the table. I think I'm gonna... Oh, I was gonna try to go after the other guy. Oh, good. That worked out way better than I anticipated. Go ahead. You're just gonna get yourself killed. Defend, destroy, and kill? I think we've got it. Bonk! Hit you with my stick. Alright, cool. Stick slap, and he is gone. We're gonna go over here. We're gonna pick up some more gargoylians. And we're gonna defeat Grindan. A piece of wise advice, Bar Solar began. He was always willing to let you know the importance of his own words. Visit those mage towers weekly to recruit the mages as they graduate. You can train them to become enchanters, you know. Yes, I know, I said. Wait, what? I can do what now? These dudes can turn into enchanters. Oh, I bet they're expensive. Oh, I'm absolutely doing that. I didn't know that. That is something that slipped my little old mind. Duh. Dead. Nope, he's like, nope, peacing out. See ya, deuce deuce. They're not there. He stole them from me. Alright, so it does appear that I'm going to have to go and do some shenaniganery, some maneuvering. I don't know how to... Is it here that I can do that, or... I'm not entirely certain how this works. But I don't have any money right now, so it doesn't really matter. Alright, so let's go take a look at our boy here. So can I upgrade these guys? I know I don't have any money. Alright, we'll see how this works. Alright. He's just getting all the resources. I'm gonna have to go stop him. Alright, so... Oh, yes, I totally can. That's amazing. Again, the air elementals appear out of nowhere, swooping out of the sky. They're intent on your destruction as you draw your weapon. You wonder how many of these creatures the Air Lord can send at you before he gives up. Well, it does seem like a fair few. Wait. I'm gonna wait it out. Alright, I'll slap you. I'm gonna float on up here. I think I'm gonna try to obliterate that guy. We'll see. He's dead. Alright, cool. Cool. Alright, I'm gonna try to kill you off. I'm definitely gonna attack you straight up. They did. Oh, they got one of my enchanters. I am not okay with that. That one's so much worse than I anticipated. Huh. Well, I mean, at least it could have been worse. What spell power? Yay! 2,000 gold. Come back when I have money. You think you own me? Alright, so got all the gremlins to join. We're a little bit on the broke side of things. It's not great. But it is what it is. I like the fact that we have enchanters. I think that's kind of cool. Lord Tarnum, those enchanters of yours are very expensive. It was my newly appointed treasurer, the man who saved my life from the air elementals. I promoted the Gargoyle Master as a reward for keeping quiet about the humiliating incident. I know they are powerful magicians, the treasurer said, but they are very expensive. Find the money somehow, I said. There is one way. When we have an abundance of a resource, we could exchange it at the marketplace for gold. Yeah, okay, I know how the game works. And again, I don't know if anybody knows, I'm sure a few people know this, but the whole idea or concept behind the Heroes Chronicles series at the start, I'm going to go through a little bit of the history again. The whole concept behind it was there were 4 different games. I don't know if they released all at the same time or if they released in a specific order, but any of them could have been played at any time. Granted, there was an actual chronological order of events that happened. You know, that we played through the first one, this is the 3rd one, and then the Clash of Dragons is the 4th one. That's canonically how it's supposed to happen. But you could hop in and play any one of them and enjoy it. That was kind of the whole idea behind it. And then if you owned any 2 of them, you got another game for free later on that you had to download. And if you owned any 3 of them, you got 2 games for free, which were the next 2 chapters in the series. And then later on, they eventually added more, I guess? It's very interesting. It's all very interesting. Here we're going to go with Advanced Air Magic. I'm going to go here. We have learned a lot from the Elemental Lords over the years, and there is much more knowledge to be gained. We can't let you proceed with this foolish plan and attack our teachers. Surrender to us now, or we'll be forced to attack. Oh, no! I thought they were going to join us. Oh, this is not good. This is NG. That's not going to help us at all. Oh, that's going to be brutal. Yeah, we just lost a whole bunch of our very weak firepower, but our firepower nonetheless is much worse off now. I'm going to land here and just eat the shot, I guess. Yeah, we lost 7 of their gargoyle friends, but you know what? That's okay. Could have been worse. I'm going to defend with you. I'm going to attack. Oh, they're high morale. That's super great. I'm so happy for you. Alright, well, he's pretty much done. Ugh, that's some pretty brutal losses there, I'm not gonna lie. Not really a fan of how that all went down. Now, he's hiding from us. Which is probably a smart maneuver, to be honest, but it's also pretty frustrating and more than a little agitating, I guess. I don't really care about the golems at this point, so I think I'm just going to roll out with these guys, but before I do that, let's upgrade some of them. There we are. Alright, so now we're going to go meet with them. And hopefully it all works out. Clever move. That was actually really clever. Check the witch's hut here. Basic wisdom. Oh, good. Alright, so I guess we're going to have to take the fight to you. I'm sure we're going to win the fight, but you did some damage economically to us. Anyway, after we win this fight or lose horribly, which I'm hoping doesn't happen, we're done. That's going to be it for the episode. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this first episode. I don't like this. Oh, doing some nasty back. Okay. Okay. Alright. I can get behind that. Oh, I thought those guys had to actually shoot us. They don't? Ooh. I'm not a fan of that. I'll flap on over here and smack you. I'm gonna take you out. Yeah, I know. There's a lot of air elementals there. That's not great. There's actually an absurdly large amount of air elementals there. Holy heck, man. Ugh! Oh, that hurt. We're still hitting them with stuff. Oh, they retreated. Okay, fair play. I mean, we won, but ugh, it was costly. That was quite costly for us. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it for this particular episode. I hope you guys enjoyed. Again, it's good to start these up again. I enjoy playing the Heroes Chronicles series. I want to see how the whole story plays out. I did play, I think, 5 of them. I might have played all 6 of the ones that I had originally. I think there's 8 total. And I never got to see what the last 2 are, so I'm very curious. And, if you guys didn't know, the events of what's going on right now, the events of the Heroes Chronicles series, it goes together with the events of HOMM 3 and the 2 expansions, and they all come together for the climactic end of the worlds, essentially, what happens at the end of HOMM 3 and leading into HOMM 4. So this is, like, it's all canon. It all comes together and meets up. It's really cool. Anyway, folks, that's going to pretty much do it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Until the next episode, my name is Bumpy McSquigums. Thank you guys so much for stopping by the Freak Show, and I will see you later.